Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for mid-July 2022. I had to think about that for a second, but let's see what is going on for you. We'll take both of these cards, why not? And let's see here what is going on for you. You have this 10th house card, and which is interesting to me here, Leo. That card says authority on it. For you, I don't think it has to. Well, I do feel a little bit of authority. I feel more of the feelings of being proven right, is what I would say to you. So I feel like you're kind of like being proven right about some things in your life with this authority card here. For most of you, I feel like you're trying to, it's almost like you're trying to take more control over something like in your life. I feel that there are things that you want to do. You have this hunter card here, which I'll show you in a minute. And one of my favorite people of all time, Eric Thomas, hip hop preacher, he says like real lions like to hunt, right? And obviously you are a lion. So I get that feeling of not really wanting something to chase, but I feel like there are some things that make you feel like you, and these are maybe activities, experiences, things that you could own. Could be anything, but I feel like they make you more you, and you're trying to kind of, maybe it is authenticity is a word, but I wouldn't say you're trying to become more authentic, because I don't think you aren't. I'm not saying you aren't authentic, but I feel like you're trying to become more authentic. Let's put it that way. You have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles here. The Queen of Swords, I do feel this could be a person coming in for you here. This looks like a disagreement to me. If we put the cards down, Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Wands, you over here. It's like Seven of Wands is like someone has their boundaries up. If you're dealing with a person, it might not be you, it might be the other person. But I feel like there is kind of like a door that needs to be open, although you have this closing door card, and you also have this let it go card. So just down and dirty tarot, just looking at what I got here without even reading intuitively, I kind of feel like some of you are closing the door on a person, probably an air sign person. And I feel like you're like more open to Knight of Cups. I would say, as far as love is concerned, very simple reading. I'll just tell you what it is. It's the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're looking for something that's more loving, more caring, more nurturing. I feel like you're looking for something that's even maybe a little bit more, has like a little bit more of that magical feeling with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is like a little bit more dreamy of an energy. Is the card of a knight in shining armor. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. The good news that I feel about the Seven Wands as far as love is concerned for you, Leo, is I feel like you're more sure of what you want your place to be in a relationship, and like because of that you're probably going to attract this. But definitely new love type of reading. Unless you already have love, then I feel like things are probably fine, but maybe someone needs to open up here, like I said, if you're in a relationship. But for the most part, looks good. With the Knight of Cups, I also feel this is like something becoming more solid, which is weird because those are the words that I'm getting, but the Knight of Cups doesn't really represent anything becoming more solid. If nothing else, it represents, like, again, imagining something that you want in your life, and it's not necessarily solid. But you have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles to me is a card of like gardening. There's a garden right here in front of the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is like something that we need to nurture, something we need to take care of, something we need to put more like work into consistently. And I feel that is kind of like the really, I don't want to make this reading too boring, but really I feel like that's your answer, is to be as consistent as you possibly can in whatever it is that you're doing. I feel like that is going to be the thing that makes you more successful. It's kind of weird because everybody else has had a different message. Everybody else actually has had you have the message right here, Nine of Pentacles. Almost everybody has had the Nine of Pentacles, which is weird. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of focus. It is a card of needing to kind of train your focus as well. But for you, I feel like consistency is key. You have the closed door. This card says completion on it. And you have the Hunter. Again, I do feel you are like, this is talking about your nature. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, it's like talking about who you are and you being more in the energy of who and what you are and what you want to create and manifest in your life. So I feel that, again, real lions like to hunt. So I feel that for some of you, there are things that you need to have in your life to make you feel authentic. And so I would be doing those things, whatever they are, right? I would also say with that closed door, again, I do feel that you're either closing the door on a person in your life or a chapter of your life. As I always say to all fire signs, just intuitively, I feel for you fire signs that if you have like a business, for example, that you're closing the door on, I don't really feel like you're closing the door on it, is what I would say. I feel like you're actually more motivated than ever to make it successful if you have a business or a job or a career. But it seems to me like what I'm trying to spit out here is as a collective, it's like everybody's going through these changes, which, could be people leaving jobs and things like that. For you, I feel like it's different. I say the same thing to Aries all the time as well. For you, I feel like you're upgrading it, maybe you're not changing things. You're just like upgrading your business, doing things differently. That's the type of change you're making. You have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I definitely feel you want more out of work, business, career, finances. You could be feeling a little bit off balance financially, but I don't know. Looks like to me things are going to be changing for you quickly. I know that things in the world are kind of seeming a little shaky as far as finances are concerned. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So, it is what it is. But I feel like you could be kind of needing to maybe focus more on making the best out of kind of like what you got. And, I've said that a lot this week. Do what you can with what you got, right? And I kind of feel that is a good motto, whatever you want to call it. I actually feel like we could be in very abundant times. I do feel, as with every, recession, inflation, BS, whatever the government wants to create, whatever the media wants us to believe, right? I feel like that it creates more successful people than ever. Every single time this has happened, basically. And I'm sure it'll happen again, right? I think if we're just smart enough to pay attention to it, then we can become very successful. And again, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Swords here, he is pointing towards the Knight of Cups. I feel like the Page of Swords is the most important card here. The middle card is like the most important card in this 9-card spread. I feel like he's saying, don't ignore your imagination. Don't ignore your imaginative ideas. We have Neptune and Pisces. I've been talking about this for like years, literally, like over 3 years now. Now, Neptune and Pisces, it's like if there was ever a time where you could be like, I want to start a cupcake factory and make $1 billion, it'd be like right now. It's like your crazy ass ideas could just be so crazy that they work. So this is why I keep preaching this, because I think if there's ever a time where one of your wild ideas or an imaginative idea could come true, it's like right now. But, we have to, number one, look at it. Number two, we have to get started on it and actually make it happen. We also, number three, have to not listen to anyone who tells us it's a crazy idea, right? If you are committed to the idea, it will be successful. Seven of Wands. So I feel as far as like work, business, career, money is concerned, the more committed you are to something, the better. Next, you have this Let It Go card. Again, I feel some of you are kind of letting go of a connection or have let go of a connection that you've already experienced in your life with the Let It Go card. And so, like I said, is what it is. I feel like you could be letting go of a Queen of Swords type person. Doesn't matter what gender it is either. And I feel like you're moving on to bigger and better things with this Let It Go card. You have the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. I feel like this is you standing in your power, the King of Wands. I feel like you're coming up in a position of power and strength, obviously, as the King of Wands. I also feel like you're like super creative at this time. And so I would be kind of, diving into that creative energy. Like I said, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. And if we put him here going this direction, in this diagonal, you have the Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Wands. It's, the King of Wands, he's very nurturing. He's probably like the most nurturing Wands card that there is. I look at him as someone who kind of raises something like a baby, like really takes care of it. So and same thing with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like the more you nurture it, right? The better you take care of a garden, the more likely it is to produce, positive results. So this reading is really encouraging you to step into your kind of like more nurturing energy, which I feel is very easy for you, Leo, to be nurturing, to be caring. I mean, you are a Leo, right? So whatever it is that you're working on, I would care about it. Next, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, this is coming up in your future position, but I feel like there's a lot of abundance. I don't care where you are right now with that Five of Pentacles, because I definitely feel that Five of Pentacles. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in your reading, where you could be feeling some financial pressures. Definitely feels financial to me. But what I would say is that I feel like there are great improvements coming in for you. I always like to remind people as well, and I haven't said this in a while, but it's jumping out to me, is there's a snail right there, right above my finger. The snail wears its home on its back on the Nine of Pentacles, right? That's the whole point of a snail. And the Nine of Pentacles can represent your environment, what you surround yourself with, the environment that you're in general. So any changes to your environment that could make you feel more abundant, more successful, more whatever it is that you want, I feel like that's very important for you at this time. And finally, you have the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is about going on a new adventure, which it looks like you are doing to me. I would definitely kind of embrace that page-like energy of the Page of Swords and Page of Wands, being enthusiastic, being curious, really looking into your imagination, and instead of just being like, oh, my imagination is childlike, I feel like you need to be like, oh, my imagination might have like little specks of gold in it, or, you know, might be like a treasure chest just in general. So I really feel like you need to dive into that. With the Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, again, like I said, almost every single person has had the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is specific, though. It says, like, do not call attention to your weaknesses. And, sorry, let me just, that didn't work. That didn't work at all, Leo. Let's try to fix this. But, again, it says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. So I feel like you need to focus on the positive. Make sure you're focusing on, you know, kind of what you can do with what you got, basically. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of recovery. This, to me, says that blessings are coming from your imagination, really. Again, the Knight of Cups, I keep getting the imagination. On a traditional Four of Swords, there's a stained glass window and there's a person who's receiving blessings. So I kind of feel like the blessings are coming from your imagination. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. I'm pretty sure every single reading I do for you get the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card I call Indiana Jones. To me, it is a card of conflict and competition. We definitely see that here, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands. You know, clearly there could be some competition with another person. Who cares, right? That's what I say. It's like, you know, this isn't Kim Kardashian Tarot, right? This is Minnow Pond Tarot. We don't deal with drama. But what I would say is, you know, you could be dealing with that. Really, to me, Five of Wands is a card of going on some sort of crazy adventure in finding some treasure, kind of like Indiana Jones. So, you know, don't be afraid to start something crazy, like I said. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, victory. The more you believe something is true, the more likely it is to be true. Seven of Wands, like I said, is a card of conviction. To me, it's all about belief. It's all about believing that something is true, that believing that you can be successful, believing that you deserve something in your life. Ace of Swords is like the victory. With the Page of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Like I said, I feel like there is definitely some sort of separation between you and another person, or maybe you can't see eye to eye with certain people in your life anymore. I don't know. I mean, just, you know, looking at the astrology, I feel like we're going through a lot of personal changes in general with people in our life. So it doesn't really, it doesn't really surprise me. To me, it fits in with the times. Might be a little uncomfortable if you lose a friend that you've had for many years, but probably for the best, right? With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups again. Your imagination is clearly important. It's funny that it's coming up here as well, because it's like saying, to me, it's saying the solution to the Five of Pentacles is your imagination. I really, really believe that this reading is very simple. I feel like it's just saying blessings are coming from your imagination, those crazier ideas. So don't write them off. With the King of Wands, you have the Hangman. I would also say, like, don't discount your knowledge here. You know, it's like, so I think sometimes that type of combination there, King of Wands, Hangman, it can kind of like say that you have the knowledge. The whole point of the Hangman is that he's hanging from the tree of wisdom and knowledge. And then he's also gained enlightenment. So it's like he has everything he needs to get started. King of Wands. It's like you have everything you need, but maybe you're doubting it. I feel like you have much more than you realize as far as your like wisdom and knowledge is concerned. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. I definitely feel like a lot of fears about being single. You're not the only sign that got this either this week. Like fears of being alone, fears of never finding a person, those types of fears if you're single and looking. So I would let those fears go, number one. Not true. Ace of Cups is a card of your emotions overflowing, being very happy. As I've said to everybody else, I'm getting the Queen and King of Cups a lot this week. You don't have it, of course, because I'm trying to prove a point, but I would definitely watch your emotions at this time. I would make sure you're doing things that fulfill you with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups fulfills itself, right? So it's like never-ending energy, and that's what I would say here with the Ace of Cups. Do the things that you enjoy, because it's never going to, it will make you feel better, right? I always talk about this. I've been getting over COVID for, I don't know, it feels like forever now. But it's like people kept telling me to take a break, but which drives me crazy. Don't tell me to take a break, right? Number one. Number two, it's like I like working. It makes me feel better. It's like when I'm channeling energy, which is like healing energy, then I feel better. So I feel like if you don't have something like that in your life, it could be anything, could be a hobby, a business, something that you do, could be spending time with a specific person, then I feel like you need to figure it out with that Ace of Cups. With the Page of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. It's funny that everybody's had the Two of Pentacles as well this week. Again, I feel like we all have a choice. We can either, kind of cross through a threshold right now where we completely, change our life and for the better, or, we can stay where we're at. And again, there really is no right or wrong here, but I would definitely pick the new path, Leo. This looks really good. Again, blessings coming from your imagination, plain and simple. So thank you for being here. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.